Let me start with something real. Back in 2014, Amazon built an AI hiring tool. It was supposed to find the best candidates. Instead, it systematically rejected women. This wasn't intentional. The model learned from a decade of hiring data by men. It concluded that male candidates were simply better. It even penalized resumes containing the word women. Amazon scrapped the project in 2018. Now imagine the same kind of flawed AI is deciding loans, jobs, or even healthcare. This is exactly why AI governance exists. So what exactly is AI governance? In simple terms, it's how organizations ensure their AI systems are controlled, accountable, and responsible. It includes policies, processes, and oversight mechanisms across the entire life cycle, from design, development, monitoring, and even decommissioning. If an AI system rejects a loan or screens a job candidate, who's responsible? The developer, the deployer, the model? AI governance answers these questions. At its core, it stands on three pillars. First, oversight, knowing what the AI is doing. Second, accountability, knowing who is responsible when things go wrong. And third, responsibility, ensuring AI is safe, fair, and transparent. This is the governance focus the AIGP exam expects: control over technology. AI governance matters because AI introduces three unique risks. Number one is bias at scale. One flawed model can impact thousands instantly. Number two is the lack of transparency. Many AI systems are black boxes. You see decisions, but you cannot explain them. Number three is speed. AI runs 24/7. Mistakes don't wait, they multiply. Without governance, these risks become systemic. With governance, they become manageable. Governance and compliance are not the same thing. Compliance is about check the box and meeting the bare minimal legal requirements. It's a must-do kind of activity. Governance, on the other hand, is much bigger. It's the continuous, proactive, and strategic management of how your AI actually behaves. Compliance asks, are we allowed to do this? On the other hand, governance asks, wait, should we do this? The AIGP exam is centered on this governance thinking. Now, you must make a vital distinction. AI governance should not be confused with data governance or model governance. Think of this framework. Data is the input, governed to ensure it is clean and secure. The model is the brain, governed for accuracy, reliability, and security. The AI system is the complete decision engine. AI governance provides end-to-end oversight across the entire process. Now the question is that how do organizations implement AI governance? Here are the 5 essential steps. Number 1 is define expectations. Start with leadership buy-in, clear values, and a defined risk appetite. Without this alignment, governance will fail. Number 2 is establish roles and collaboration. Define clear ownership. Key roles for the AIGP exam are developers, providers, deployers, and users, each with clear and different responsibilities. Cross-functional governance committees and training programs. Number 3 is policies and procedures. Create clear rules aligned with standards like NIST AI Risk Management Framework, ISO 42001, and the EU AI Act. Update existing policies on privacy, security to account for AI. Number 4 is lifecycle controls. Governance is a continuous thread. Design, ethics by design, development, rigorous validation, deployment is controlled rollout, and monitoring, which is keeping on track. And lastly, decommissioning, which is safe retirement. Number 5 is continuous improvement. Since AI continuously evolves, governance must evolve with it. This means constant auditing, incident tracking, and learning from every failure. Governance starts even before deployment, whether you are building in-house or buying from a vendor. When selecting an AI model, evaluate across 6 key dimensions. First is the capability and performance. Does it solve the problem? What are its accuracy benchmarks? Second is the safety and security. Has it been tested for adversarial attacks? Is the training data secure? Third is fairness and bias. Has performance been evaluated across demographic groups to check for disparities? Fourth is transparency and explainability. Can the model explain its decisions? This is critical for high-risk use cases. Fifth is regulatory alignment. Does it comply with laws like EU AI Act, NIST Risk Management Framework, or GDPR? Sixth is vendor stability and support. Does the vendor provide documentation, audit trails, and incident response support. To measure safety, you use red teaming, simulating adversarial attacks like prompt injection and data poisoning to find out how the model fails before an attacker does. This is a critical concept, the risk-based approach. Not all AI systems pose the same amount of risk. A movie recommendation chatbot is different from AI deciding medical diagnosis. The governance effort, the testing, the paperwork, the rigor must be proportional to the potential harm the AI could cause. The risk-tiered thinking drives major frameworks like EU AI Act. Crucially, a model's risk level is not fixed. It can shift significantly based on the specific context, method, and location of its deployment. Globally, AI governance is guided by OECD AI Principles. These principles, first adopted in 2019, are the foundation for major laws like the EU AI Act. You must know the 5 values-based principles. First is inclusive growth, sustainable development, and well-being. AI should benefit people and the planet, not just drive profit. Second is the respect for human rights and democratic values, which is fairness and privacy. AI must respect the rule of law, non-discrimination, and data protection. Third is the transparency and explainability. People must know when they interact with AI, and decisions must be explainable, especially in high-stakes contexts. Fourth is robustness, security, and safety. Systems must be safe, reliable throughout their entire life cycle. And fifth is accountability. The human remains responsible. Organizations must enable traceability and apply systematic risk management. So HITL, human in the loop, is really important. For AI to scale, people must trust it. Trust is a set of measurable characteristics. The NIST AI Risk Management Framework defines 7 characteristics of trustworthy AI. Number 1 is valid and reliable. It does what it claims consistently. Number 2 is safe. It poses no unreasonable risks. Number 3 is secure and resilient. It resists attacks and recovers from failures. Number 4 is accountable and transparent. Responsibility is clear and the systems working are visible. Number 5 is explainable and interpretable. You can understand why a specific decision was made. Number 6 is privacy enhanced. It protects personal data. And number 7 is fair with harmful bias managed. It does not discriminate. Remember that these characteristics can be in tension. For instance, maximizing accuracy might reduce explainability, and maximizing transparency may compromise security. Trust requires balancing them based on the context. One of the biggest governance challenges is shadow AI. This is when employees use unapproved AI tools without the knowledge of IT or compliance teams. The risks are serious. Data leakage, for example. Proprietary information dropped into a public model can become parts of its training data. Compliance violations, which means bypassing safety nets like NIST framework, exposes the organization legally. Security gaps, for example. Unapproved tools lack enterprise protection, opening the door to new and emerging cyber attacks. Accountability. If the AI is unknown, fairness and bias can't be monitored, which brings AI governance into picture. The defense against shadow AI is a strong, clear AI acceptable use policy. The policy must specify which tools are approved, what data is off limits, when a human must check output, and what happens if rules are broken. Beyond the policy, you need 3 key controls: AI discovery and monitoring tools to detect unauthorized activity, critical training so people understand the risk and become partners in security, the AI inventory, your central registry of every approved tool and model. At the heart of all this is responsible AI. It means your AI is fair, transparent, accountable, and secure. Governance acts as the guardrails on a highway. They keep you from crashing into a ditch. Ethics, on the other hand, boils down to one question: even if we have the power to build this AI, should we build this? Ethics is your moral compass, and governance is the control system that keeps you on the path. That wraps up our domain 1. Now you have the essential foundation for the AIGP exam, the 3 pillars of AI governance, the difference between governance and compliance, the 5-step framework, and global standards like OECD principles and trustworthy AI. Good luck, and in the next video, we'll dive deep into AI risk management. Signing off, Ashish.